Hello and welcome back to Mexico News Network's Daily Report, broadcasting from El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Carisma. Keep informed about Mexico's day by day on our website www.mexiconewsnetwork.com and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Mexico is full of local legends, and perhaps none more famous than a blue mask hero who would duke it out every Sunday against fearsome brawlers in the ring, only to later save some people from resurrected mummies on the big screen. This story takes us back to April 24th, 1922, when Alejandro Muñoz was born in Villa de Garcia, a small town in the northern Mexican state of Nuevo León. Being the fifth child in a litter of 12, he tried to start a career in music, only to quit school and head to the state capital city of Monterrey to work at a train station. The young Muñoz would never have imagined how his life would change when he met Rolando Vera, a wrestler who saw great potential in him and taught him all he needed to know for a new career in the ring. At first, he didn't wear the trademark mask, which would distinguish him from other brawlers, and he used different aliases such as El Tosco, which means rough guy, and El Manotas, which means big hands. At the age of 26, Muñoz defeated an opponent in Laredo, Texas. This allowed him to make his debut in Mexico City in September 1948, only this time with a completely different image and identity. It was his mentor Vera who advised him to wear his now distinctive blue and silver mask and to change his name to the one that years later would be passionately chanted by fans who overstocked every appearances of Blue Demon. From this point on, Muñoz would never allow himself to be seen unmasked in public. His stellar career started as a rudo, which means rough, style wrestler who would team up with Black Shadow, another renowned wrestler who was defeated in 1952 by a silver masked fighter. This would in fact mark the beginning of the famous feud between Blue Demon and his more technical, which means technical, style adversary, the legendary El Santo, the Saint, who would also come to be known as El Enmascarado de Plata, which means the silver masked man. Blue Demon is said to have avenged his teammate by defeating El Santo, an act that hurt the silver masked fighter's pride and provided his rival with the pass to fight in the National Wrestling Alliance's World Welterweight Championship. So it was that a cold night of August in 1953, in the Mexico City mythical Arena Mexico, at a full house of thousands witnessed the long-awaited battle in which the Blue Demon would ultimately prevail over El Santo. The famous rivalry transcended the ring and somehow made the two ring warriors allies when they faced evil and protected the innocent from Frankenstein monster, the mummies of Guanajuato, and Count Dracula himself. On December 16, 2000, at the age of 78, the legend in the blue mask passed away from a heart attack at his home in Mexico City, leaving the remarkable legacy to his adoptive son, Blue Demon Jr., whose identity today is completely unknown. Mexico City's public bike sharing system, Ecobici, just turned 5 years old and was celebrated with the addition of a new station installed in Benito Juarez borough, totaling 171 cycle stations with 2,300 bikes for 23 neighborhoods. The system has grown to be the fourth largest worldwide and the single largest one in Latin America. Ecobici provides the citizens of Mexico City with an easy, affordable, and accessible form of transportation. Users can take any bike from an Ecobici station and return it to the station that is closest to their respective destinations. It is a healthy, time-saving alternative which also reduces the use of polluting vehicles. But how does it work? Users must meet certain requirements like having a valid official ID and credit or debit card. The applicant needs to register and acquire a membership for 1, 3, 7 days, or a year. The user will then receive the card 10 business days later, after which he or she will be officially ready to start riding. Locate a cycle station with bikes available. You can check availability online or in the mobile app. Slide the card and the screen will show the bike number to take. Inspect the bike, and if everything is okay, it's time to ride. Return the bike to the station and make sure it is anchored properly. A red light turns on if it is. Finally, slide your card and the screen should indicate if it was correctly returned. This program was implemented by the Mexico City's government, specifically the Ministry of Environment, SEDEMA. It began operations in 2010 with only 84 stations and 1,200 bikes. 5 years later, the system has grown exponentially with a total of 445 cycle stations and over 6,000 bikes, covering an area of 35 square kilometers comprised of 42 neighborhoods in 3 boroughs. Regarding the cyclist safety, the Ministry of Public Security is taking matters into its own hands. SEDEMA is planning to build 10 kilometers of cyclist infrastructure, bikeways connecting existing bike routes in addition to the existing 128 kilometers of bikeways. There is also street-level bike parking projected, as well as a massive bike-only parking lot. Mexican journalist Miguel Ángel Quemain publishes a book about his experience with a renowned writer. The entire history of Mexico, from the Spanish conquest up to the Mexican Revolution, can be seen as a search of ourselves, deformed or masked, with bizarre institutions and a way to express ourselves. This was the unique perspective of Octavio Paz, one of Mexico's dearest personalities. Born in Mexico City on March 31st, 1914, Octavio Paz Lozano was a poet, essayist, and a diplomat who captured his people's soul in his work. Controversial, honest, and with a profound love for his country, he always spoke his heart through social critique that reflected his life experiences. Resignation is one of our popular virtues. More than the glimmer of victory, we are moved by the notion of integrity in the face of adversity, which is why 17 years after his passing, the Literature Institute of the State of Veracruz, with cultural journalist Miguel Ángel Quemain, published La Brújula y el Laberinto, a book that gathers a series of conversations between the two personalities on a variety of topics, including the poet's opinion on the state of journalism in Mexico. Being a young reporter, intelligent, bold, and inquisitive, Quemain managed to earn the writer's trust, a truly rare privilege that a select few were ever provided to. See, are those your colleagues, your friends? They all had a recorder. They all recorded the same thing and all published different things. The press has a schizophrenic mind. That's why I don't rely on these brief encounters too much, so casual that nothing good comes from them. In an interview with the Mexican daily Milenio, Quemain revealed the Nobel-winning writer's tense relationship with the press. Indeed, he is described as being quite controlling, asking reporters to send him questions before interviews, only to remove what he considered trivial and adding those he deemed worthy. Displaying a legitimate interest in past work, Quemain conversed with him, earned his trust, and made him understand that he was not his employee, but an actual journalist. Maybe his questions were better than mine, but I had some others he never thought about, and which I knew he should address, said Quemain about their conversations. La Brújula y El Laberinto presents 10 years of conversations between the author and the peerless past, showing his unique point of view and his lifetime experiences. A professional relationship that became a friendship between 1986 and 1996. 2 years later, Octavio Paz Lozano passed away at the age of 84. Though these daring thoughts, his lively mind and his love for his homeland remain one of Mexico's everlasting treasures. This was all for today. Thank you for staying with us, broadcasting from El Dorado Rodal Spa Resort by Charisma. I am your host, Sofia Rattinger, and do not forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Log on to www.mexiconewsnetwork.com for more information on Mexico and the world. We'll see you the next time. Stay tuned.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.